Are you thinking about moving to Waikoloa, Kona, Hawaii? I'm going to share with you some important things that you're going to need to know. Aloha! I'm Stephen Prosky with Estate Kona and Corcoran Pacific Properties. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're looking for relocation information, tips, and information about the Waikoloa Kona area, then you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to share with you some golden nuggets that you should know before moving here. None of this is going to be earth-shattering or shocking, but it's going to help you understand the challenges you're going to face when moving to an island. Since I moved here several years ago, I'm going to share my experience on the things you need to know before moving here to Kona. First, you need to plan far enough in advance. I'm not talking about weeks, I'm talking about possibly 4 to 6 months, if not longer. Moving to an island's not like moving on the mainland. You just can't rent a truck on the weekend, load it up, and move. My advice to you would be to consider selling most of everything you own that's not of significant importance. You have to ship all your large items via boat, and that could be very expensive. With your smaller items, you can box them up, mail them via the United States Postal Service, UPS, or even FedEx. But once you start pricing these methods out, I think you may reconsider and sell all your stuff and buy new things once you arrive here. Well, except your family and pets, you may want to keep them around. I found that everything is replaceable, so I sold all my stuff. Came with only 4 boxes, 2 suitcases, which brings me to my next item. Do I ship my vehicles or buy new ones once I get to Waikoloa Kona? Get several quotes on shipping your vehicles unless you sell them and want to buy something once you arrive here. It can take up to 4 to 6 weeks or longer for a vehicle to arrive on the Big Island depending upon where it originates. So you need to decide, do I rent a vehicle prior to me leaving and hopping on a plane, or do I rent a vehicle once I arrive in Kona? There is no right answer. It just depends on your advanced planning. I chose to ship my vehicle the day before I hopped on the plane to move here. So I needed to secure a rental vehicle here for a few weeks. Once your vehicle arrives, they do not come to Waikoloa Kona. They arrive in Hilo. So you will need to drive over to Hilo to pick up your vehicle and figure out where you're going to drop off your rental. Yes, a lot of moving parts, so you need to start early in the process. Vehicles don't ship every day of the week, so keep that in mind, especially when you're planning on your move. You know, if you're coming from a West Coast port, it's a little bit easier to get your vehicle shipped. If you have pets and planning on bringing them to Hawaii, you need to do some serious homework on this matter. Hawaii has some of the strictest regulations when it comes to pets moving to the islands. Not just Kona, but all the Hawaiian islands. There's no rabies in Hawaii, so bringing a pet needs some serious planning. Make sure your dog or cat's vaccination and vet records are all up to date, otherwise you can find yourself putting your pet into quarantine for a significant length of time. There are also some regulations on birds as well, so again, this is not moving down the block or across the city. You're moving to an island, and we do have some strict guidelines with certain household pets. If you have school-age children, make sure the process starts soon enough as well and register your children at their new school. Some of our charter and private schools have very long waiting lists, so you need to start the process sooner versus later.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
Bring your children's vaccination, school records. That will help the process move along. And as mentioned, start sooner versus later. Setting up housing is going to be one of your most important steps before moving here. Are you buying or are you renting? If you're not planning on buying for a while, and if you're only going to be renting for a short period of time, make sure you start looking for a rental far enough in advance. And as soon as you find something you like, book it. That's important. We don't have very many apartments complexes here, and most of the condo rentals that take place are only for short term, for 30 days or less. You don't want to get here, rent a hotel room, for a week or two and think you're going to go find a rental and find that there's nothing available. And that's been my experience with all my clients. Very few rentals are available here on the Big Island. So make sure you check online with property managers and places like Zillow, Furnish Finders, Facebook Marketplace. These are some great resources to do some research. Working with a realtor would also be helpful as well. And if you're interested, I would welcome the opportunity to assist you with this process. So just hit me up. I'd be happy to assist.
We appreciate your help. Thank you.
Paperwork, another important factor. I would suggest you personally hold on to all your important paperwork like passports, birth certificates, social security cards, tax records, driver's license, and don't pack them away. You might need them with the DMV, mortgage lenders, schools, banks, etc. And if you ship them in a container or in a box, they may get lost and you're going to have to start from scratch, and no one wants to do that. These are some important things I went through when I moved to Kailua Kona, and hope they've been useful tips for you.
You know, I've waited years to hear somebody say that.
If you like this video and you'd like to see more about Kailua Kona, hit the subscribe button below and hit the like button. If you'd like some information regarding moving here, you can also hit the free relocation guide and be happy to send you that information. Look forward to seeing you again. Mahalo.